So we studied about these tissues, and there are two types of tissue we studied, and that is the plant tissue and the animal tissue. And if you look at these notes and everything, you may have got the questions for the term examination or O-level examination. So I have collected the new syllabus theories question, which is from 2015 to 2020. So not 20, 2019. So I have collected every question. So there are few of questions you can see here, which is related to these chapters. But the thing is, if you look at this one, this is 2019 MCQ 38 question, and this is 2018 MCQ 13 question, and this is 2018 SC 5th and the C part. And this would be, and this would be here, if you look at this one, 2016 MCQ 20th question. Usually, if you look at the pictures, that you can find here kind of lots of questions here based on this one. So let's look some of the questions which is related to this one, right? So past paper question number one, 2019 MCQ 38. Look this past paper question. Which of the following are multinucleated cells? So, which of the following are multinucleated cells? What is that? The answer. So, first one, if you look at this one, the red blood cells. The second one, white blood cells, and skeletal muscle cells, and the cardiac muscle cells. What could be the answer?
Skeletal muscle cell.
Others? Others?
Skeletal muscles.
Skeletal muscle cells. So why? Because red blood cells, RBCs, contain one single cell. What is the meaning of this multinucleated cell? Multinucleated means palkarikondavai, in a single cell. So in a single cell, there could be a number of nucleus. So they are connecting this question based on that characteristics, which means the இயல்புகளை வச்சு தான் இந்த question connect பண்றாங்க. So if you look at this 2019 MCQ number 38, which of the following cells are multinucleated? Red blood cells and the white blood cells are the types of cells which is red blood cells, and those are which is contained a single cell. At the same time, cardiac muscle cell. Cardiac muscle cells also contain a uninucleated cell. I can show that. If you look at this, the picture, if it's come, the smooth muscle cell, that is also the uninucleated cell. Here, this is, you can see here the cardiac muscle cell. And every cell contains a single cell. These are the intercalated discs. And every cell contains a single cell. So it can be called as the uninucleated cell. So the point is, this is, you can see here, this is uninucleated cell. The point is all about what you have to know completely is all about this the structural characteristics or the functional character. They will ask a different wise, the functional characteristics or the structural characteristics. The structural characteristics based on the features and the shapes and the structure of that cell or tissue. The answer would be now, if you look at this one, the skeletal muscle cells contains a number of nucleus, which means the multinucleated. If you want to start this question, you must know this first one. What is multinucleated? Means in a cell, a number of nucleus would be present, right? Next one. (2018) MCQ number 30. So if you look at the past paper நீங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னு சொன்னா, the questions are very easiest question could come from biology. But the point is, why you people are making mistakes after one when you are doing examination, because you are studying 35 units, all the units, and everything would be in your brain, and this should be all the things should be applied. So the problem is all about what I'm saying. Simply remember very basic one first. Then you can further get the idea about this one. So which option correctly indicates the main functions of xylem and the phloem tissue in plants? Xylem is a type of, the complex permanent tissue, and the phloem is also the complex permanent tissue. But the problem is there are loads of functions we have studied for xylem and phloem. If you look at this one. So if you don't know, you should find the answer by using the removing method. There are different types of methods to identify the answer for the MCQ questions. So if you come to the xylem, what are the functions of xylem? You can see here. And these are the functions mainly helps for the transportation of water in plants and the providing support to xylem tissue. These are the two functions of xylem basal element. But the common function, if you come to this common function, the common function would be the transporting water and transportation of water, and second one is providing support. Main function, this is the main function. Look, main function of xylem tube, transportation of water and minerals to all the parts of plants and providing support to the plant. These are the two, is a very important one. And if you come to this one, phloem tissue. If you come to this phloem tissue, the phloem tissue is another complex permanent tissue, and this is the main function, is transporting food to all over plant, which means translocation. Look, the main function of xylem. Xylem is transporting water again, and it gives the mechanical support, but here the phloem is only giving the transporting food. Food means in what form the food can be transported through the phloem. In what form? In what form?
Sucrose.
Sucrose, very good. So sucrose, in what form? The carbohydrate type, the monocyl, the disaccharide. Sucrose form, the food is transported through the phloem tube. So if you come to this part of the question 2018, question number 30, 12, I think, right? Yeah, sorry, 13. The xylem transporting of water, it is correct. Xylem transporting water, it is correct. And phloem mechanical support, it is wrong. And the xylem mechanical support, yes, correct. The phloem transporting water, and it's wrong. And the xylem transporting of water, and here look at the term. the translocation. If you don't know this term, then you would be very much, what is that? You would stop at this one. What is translocation? I put that within a bracket. What is that? The movement of food particle through the phloem. So translocation means what's that? Simply I can say the movement of food particle through the phloem. So the point what you have to consider, you must consider those points and the terms and the terms is very important for you all, right? The terms is very important for you all, right? And the fourth one, translocation of food. So the translocation of food phloem, it is correct. So the question is asked, what is option or which option is correctly indicated? So correct answer is asked. And translocation of food, it will be wrong. And the mechanical support, that also wrong, right? So both are wrong. And the answer would be the third answer. What's that? Transportation of water in xylem, translocation of food in phloem. Got it? So normally you must know when you're studying that there is a specific word there could be a specific word in your book. The within bracket something like lithotripsy, we will be talking about like that one. Something like what's that breaking method of these kidney stones. So something like whatever small terms that there could be in your book. So that should be considered because no, they didn't give this one transportation of water. They say it is the translocation of food. So either which next year the question to Gagana. The term is very important. But I hope you will got this one. Right. And now let's talk about the 2018 essay question number 5, C5. And normally I used to see that one, the question which is coming, the tissues like tissues, the question normally comes from MCQ and the structure. But here in 2018, they asked a question for, sorry, in essay part also. Look the question, the given A and B, C and D in figure 3 are the optical microscope diagrams. So sometime in the coming years, they will ask what instrument can be used to determine or see the structure of these cells, and you can put these optical microscope. So that should be the answer. Some plants and animals tissue you have studied. Write the names of these tissues A, B, C, and D correctly, identifying their structural features. The finding structural features. By the finding of structural features, what could be? A could be one. It is an animal tissue or plant tissue. Or B, whatever animal tissue or plant tissue. C, animal tissue or plant tissue. What could be the answer? A would be what? It is a type of what? It's a type of what? It's like a spindle shaped structure. So spindle shaped structure can be found only in where? Tell me.
Smooth muscle, sir.
Smooth muscle cells. What's that? Smooth muscle cells. So A would be the tissue. Write the names of tissue. They ask simply the names of tissue. Excuse me. No. Yeah. Excuse me, wait. Wait, so if you look at this one now, this C1, the C1, this one would be what? What type of tissue? It's an animal tissue. Look this one, it is a branch tissue. So we have studied only one tissue which is a branch tissue is what? You should study
Adi.
right here smooth muscle cell, not like that. You should write something like smooth muscle tissue, right? That's very important. The second one, the C. The C1 is a cardiac muscle tissue. So it is a branch tissue. And it is also single nucleated cell, and this is intercalated disc also present here. And here this would be what? It could be something like what? Skeletal muscle tissue. So these are the things. See, look at this one. Here is a cell. படத்துல நல்ல clear ஆ இருக்கும். Here is a cell. Cells are what? Marginalized. Something like what? Peripherally moved. Side-eye இருக்கும். But what about this cell? Tell me. What about this cell? This is cardiac muscle tissue. This is skeletal muscle tissue. This is spindle, smooth muscle tissue. What about B? B is what?
Parenchyma.
What's that?
Parenchyma tissue.
Yeah, parenchyma. The thing is,
Parenchyma
what you
tissue.
have to know, the parenchyma tissue, the parenchyma, the cell's picture is, we have studied both types of pictures. Both, the one is what? The cross section picture, and also we studied longitudinal section picture. Look this one now, this is the picture they have put here there. And this is also parenchyma, but the thing is they have given here, either அப்படியே 90 degree in the picture போட்டிருக்காங்க. So this is the longitudinal section of parenchyma. So that cells is a type of plant tissue cells, and that is what actually the parenchyma tissue cell. Right? So parenchyma tissue, you can give the answer something like that. Okay. So this is smooth muscle tissue, this is cardiac muscle tissue, skeletal muscle tissue, and this is parenchyma. And the answer, answer there could be a half marks, 1, 2, half, and 2 marks will be given. And what common feature could be seen in a tissue when various plants, animal tissues are present? What common features could be seen in a tissue when various plants and animal tissues are observed? What is the answer? What is the common thing? Common thing? Tell me.
Cells present.
Cells present. Is that the answer? Cells present. How about others? Tell me. Please think. Is it present cell? All the tissue. I'm asking what common features could be seen in a tissue when a various plants and animals tissues are observed. What could be the answer?
Consist of identical.
Consist of, tell me, consist of
Identical cell.
identical, சொல்லுங்க என்ன ஆன்சர் கிளியரா சொல்லுங்க. So you should think no.
Consist of identical cells.
Yeah, consist of identical cells, which means the very important thing is the cells, these cells, look at this one, the very important point you have to give in this one. Identical cell means that simply you must say the same types of cells. Look here, this is same types of cell. Here also take same types of cells. Here same types of cells. Here same types of cells. The answer is very much easiest answer. Very easiest answer. But the problem is you don't know how to write. இதுக்குள்ள எல்லாத்துலயும் nucleus இருக்குன்னு எழுதலாம். What common feature can be seen in a tissue? இந்த questionக்கும் இதுக்கும் சம்பந்தம் இல்லை. நல்லா வழங்கிக்கொள்ளும். What common feature could be seen in a tissue when various plants and animal tissues are observed? Various different types of plants இது காண்ற டைம்ல இந்த மேலுக்கு இருக்கிற நாளையும் வச்சு பார்க்குற டைம்ல these are the same types of cells, which means it consists of same identical cell. சும்மா செல்லுன்னு எழுதினா மார்க்ஸ் தருவாங்கங்கிறது டவுட் ஆக இருக்கும். Very important. If you, I can show that Tamil medium scheme, they have given something like that. வேறு விடைகளுக்கு புள்ளி வழங்க வேண்டாம் இருக்கு. வேறு விடைகளுக்கு புள்ளி வழங்க வேண்டாம். That is the thing, right? And this is smooth muscle, and this is another tandiga சொன்னா. If they give the cells present, that is wrong. If you give this nucleus present, that's also wrong. The answer should be what is that actually contains same types of identical cell, right? So past paper in kaile vechi thiringa right now. 2016 MCQ number 20. A diagram of muscle tissue is given below. Parang muscle tissue na question normally coming, right? Select the option.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, tell me more.
And the xylem line, phloem line, different types of cells, sir.
Yeah. Oh. Different types of cells. That is why we say the complex cell. Yeah.
இந்த கேள்வியில சேம் ஐடென்டிக்கல் செல்ஸ் சொல்லலாமா?
Because அந்த அவன் என்ன சொல்லிக்கிறான்னு நம்ம அந்த கொஸ்டினை பார்க்க போகல, மேலே கேட்கிற நாளே வச்சு தான் எழுதும். அதான் அதை சொல்றான், விளங்கிட்டா? நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி என்னண்டா ABCD then D இந்த நாளை பேஸ்ட் ஆன் வச்சு தான் இதை எழுத வேண்டி வரும். சம்டைம் நீங்க இது இல்லாம வேற மாதிரி திங்க் பண்ணி எழுதுறீங்கன்னா அதுக்கு மார்க்ஸ் வழங்கப்படாது. That is the problem of scheme. So they have to give what common feature could be seen in the above tissue. In the above tissues. That could be the answer. But your luck, I'm really sorry. When the various plants and animal tissues are observed, right? So the problem is same types of identical cell. So that is the answer. Commonly is the same types of identical cell. I want to say because you are the understanding pattern, understanding இருக்கு. ஸோ மேலுக்கு தந்திக்கிறதா கொமனா தந்திக்கிறதாங்கிறது ரொம்ப கூட நல்ல காலம் கெட்ட காலம், ரைட்? So come to this one, please answer this one. This is a type of what type of tissue or cells? Is a cardiac muscle cell. So the tissue which is given, the cardiac muscle tissue here, the cardiac muscle. And what about the function? The functions, the cardiac muscles, the function voluntarily controlled or involuntarily controlled. How about these functioning, voluntarily controlled or involuntarily controlled? Cardiac muscle tissue.
Involuntarily controlled.
Involuntarily controlled simply right? So This is what the past paper question. Wait பண்ணுங்க. Bouncing. Okay, so this link will expire by 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes. So these are the past paper question we discussed, and one day we will do the model question. No need model question for past paper, this one. So we will do some of the revision question after, when it comes to your exam comes time, when your exam coming, right? The thing is, please study very well about these notes. The past paper questions are very much easiest one. Where normally the MCQ ku innamum nervous tissue nerve cells ellaam varalla. So they might ask coming years, or the coming years means 2021 and 2020 batch also. So that's all this one. We studied everything. So I hope people enjoyed and studied and well and understood well about this my the Zoom class. So I am going to stop this unit now. So I hope you people studied well, right? So if you have any doubt, anytime you can contact me. I will start the photosynthesis also in Zoom, right? Because the biology chapters will be taught in Zoom classes. So if anyone would like to join, you can join. But the other things, other questions would not be taught or will not be studied not here, right? So hope you people are enjoying. I will share these notes, right? I'll share these notes now. You can take this one, you can study. Have a great day. Assalamu alaikum. Right? Anything if you want, if you want any help, you can contact me. Assalamu alaikum.